Right, Shalom. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. The honors go out to our apostles, elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Shalom, Barak Yam to you, brothers and sisters out there. Our just brother Malachi from the Great Millstone Nashville camp. And Lord, willing, that this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. Right, it's just a quick hit lesson. I don't expect it to be long. It's just something I just want to put on wax real quick, and I figured maybe somebody might need to hear it. I was in the car and I was meditating on how beneficial it is for people to have friends, if you will, somebody that sees them eye to eye in a lot of things and supports you, and to be able to talk to that person just about stuff that's going on, or how you feel and all that, especially being men, and we're on the battlefield, so daily spiritual fight every single day, and it feels, real good to talk to a brother, or brothers, and we're like, man, this shit ass, I can't wait for this, and, we just got to keep fighting, and brothers are agreeing and giving their viewpoints, and, bro, like, iron sharpeneth iron. It's a beautiful thing that, we should never take for granted, those of us that have brothers around us, brothers in the faith, man, especially Great Millstone. That's our honor, to be amongst such, valued men of the Lord. It's an honor. And Lord, if we continue, we're all of the elect. We can all get beamed up, or be in the chariot at least, even if we got to be martyrs, So I got this thing pulled up here. It says, confide in a friend. What does that mean? It says to confide in someone is to tell them something privately. We confide in people we trust. We all have secrets and subjects that are hard to talk about. When we want to talk about something sensitive, we look for someone to confide in, a person we trust, not to blab about our business to the rest of the world, and also somebody that supports you, okay? People that you're comfortable talking about with certain things, because, you got certain people out there, especially in the world, I don't know any brother that does it, but just in case there is, especially, I'm going to say, especially people in the world will just blabber about, the issues, the problems in front of people that don't know them, that they barely know at the job or something. You've been working at the job for a month and this dude's telling you about how his wife did this. It's like, why are you telling me? It might be something light. Like you might tell somebody, which I don't really be talking at work, bro. I don't talk to really nobody at work. I do what I'm supposed to do when I get out, Now, I'm not saying I hustle and bustle on the job, because I'm a delivery driver, so I'll go in, do what I got to do, load the truck up. And then when I go on my route, what I'm saying, I'm by myself, or I'm talking to brothers, so I'm cool. I'm chilling, I'm going at a good pace, as long as I ain't got nothing going on, later that day. Otherwise, then I might, move a little quicker. But otherwise, I just breeze through it. Boom, get it done. So I might tell the person next to me, yesterday, hey, just some side small talk or whatever, maybe because Jake in a good mood, or maybe he started the conversation and I know he's looking for me to say something, whatever. But you don't tell people, how I'm depressed and, demons been fucking with me and this shit and that shit on my leg. My legs started doing it. What herbs can I take? You can't talk to nobody about none of that. But you can with brothers. You can ask brothers for counsel, for advice, for personal testimony. You might mention some of the brothers like, hey, bro, I went through the same thing 5 months ago. Which reminds me of this. I didn't even mean to do that, but that's okay. Shit. I think it's Ecclesiastes 4. Yep. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9. It says, 2 are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. It's like it says in Hebrews. Let brotherly love continue, man. Love your neighbors yourself. Love your brothers yourself. Yahweh Shai said, love one another as I have loved you. We're all we got. It says, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat, but how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Boom, man. That speaks for itself. All right, the brotherhood is a very amazing thing. Don't abuse it by any means, but don't neglect it either. Make sure that you're tapping into the spirit. Make sure that you're treating brothers with respect, with love, with care. Treat like they taught us growing up in elementary school. Treat others how you want to be treated, which really they get that from the scriptures. Love your neighbor as yourself. All right, so Lord, when that this lesson was edifying, before I close, I want to give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, B'Ashem Rechak Kudash. The one is the Apostle Ezra Millstone. Shalom.